Welcome to an out-of-the-box playthrough video. Today I am going to have a playthrough of Minecraft Explorers. This is a game for 1 to 4 players, 30 minutes, 8 plus. It is a neat little box. It is really cheap at the moment. I got it for $19 Australian. I think you can pick it up for about $8 US. Yeah, it is a really neat little game that simulates exploring in Minecraft. I'm quite a big Minecraft player, and so I had low hopes. Well, not low hopes, I had limited hopes for what this would be like, but it turned out to be really good. And I'm going to play it solo, because you can play it with one player, which is great. So the aim of the game is to fill some chests, and the chests that you fill up with objects, and you get it determines the difficulty of the game as well. So the first thing you've got to do is select the difficulty that you want, and I am going to have 5. So I'll have 5 chests at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to win the game you have to fill the number of chests minus 1. So I have to fill 4. So we'll turn those over now, so this then tells me what I need to gather in order to fill each chest. And when you fill each chest, you get a bonus. It kills off one of your mobs. So that instantly gives you quite a lot of replayability, because you're going to have different chests every game. Then you've got your mob cards. These are all your different mobs that we're going to be encountering in our exploration. And again, we give these a shuffle, and then we remove 8. So again, so I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they go back in the box. So that gives you another level of variability, because you don't look at those. Then you've got your game over card. This is your timer. When this flips up, that is game over if you haven't finished your chests. That goes in the bottom 4 cards. So you grab your 3 of your cards, and you give it a bit of a shuffle. And so this is a kind of a randomness of, you just don't know when the game is going to end, because you're going to be drawing mob cards as you play. So that goes back on the bottom, and that's my mob deck, and we flip one over. So my first mob is a zombie. Okay, so then we have our location cards, and we give them a bit of a shuffle. And so these are the locations that we're going to be exploring, looking for objects, and to put in our chests. And we have 5 of these are up, so we give them a bit of a shuffle, and then we just flip over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they've got a couple of icons on them, and we just put the extras over here. So the currency in this game is food. So you have 6 food, and how you spend those food determines what happens in a turn. So you get basically 6 food as a default per turn. There's other ways to get food, but we'll talk about those when we hit those. So the first thing we can do when we're exploring locations is they have a food cost for 2. If they have a symbol like a pickaxe or a sword, it means you can actually use them on these environments to reduce your food cost if you've collected one of those, but we'll see if we can find some of those first. Also, if they have a mob symbol, it means it's a hostile environment. It means there may be a mob in there as well. Okay, so when you play multiplayer, there's the moon, and when you finish your 6 actions as a turn, you flip the moon and it's someone else's turn, and a mob spawns. The things with the mob spawn is that if you flip one over and there's already a mob on the table, you flip over another card. You keep on flipping them until you get one that's not currently on the table. So if I got another zombie, I'd flip another one, and then another zombie, another one. And so as you get lots of mobs turning up, you really need to control them, because you don't want to get through this deck, because remember, we put in the game over card. So if we start flipping over too many cards, we get a big load of critters, the mobs, and also we're getting closer to the end of the game, which would be very bad. Again, we fight mobs, we use food. So again, food is the currency. And so to kill a zombie, it costs you 2 food. That would then take them as a trophy, and for every 2 zombies you kill, you can trade them in for another food action. And so this is your 6 default. You can also get them from zombies, and also there's other things that you can actually find. So let's get going. What I do is I like to keep the moon in my hand, so then I know when I've run out of cards, it's the end of the turn, I flip over a zombie. I flip over a mob. So I'm going to have my inventory down here. You can have as many things in your inventory as possible. But the first thing another thing you can do is you can pay 1 food to explore a new area. So you can put all of these off to the bottom of the location deck. You can keep any that you want to keep, or you can just clear them out and put another 5 out. And so that costs you 1. Everything's done with food. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go for an easy one. And also, I should say, the things you find are kind of matched to the location. So if you're in the forest, you're probably going to find wood. If you're in a mine, you're probably going to find iron. And if you're in a village, you might find weapons. Okay, so let's do that one. I'm going to pay 2 food, put it to the side, and we flip it. And I get a flower, which counts as a house. And I don't need any houses, so that's a bit of a useless one for today. I'm going to pay another 2 food and flip this one. Oh, okay, that's good because I picked up a pickaxe. Pickaxe has 2 sides. If I use it the first time, I can use it to -2 food. Then you use it the second time, I get -2 food, and then I discard it. So it's a double use item, which is pretty handy. And I don't need 1, so I might as well use it. So I've got 2. I can use my pickaxe because that's got a pickaxe location. That will give me -2. That gives me my 4. Flip that one, and I get some iron, which is handy because I need iron. And then all I've got left is this. And so it's mob time, and we get a skeleton. So that's fine, just 1. But now I've got 2 mobs, and we get our cards back, and that is the turn structure. I could look at that, but I could get another mob. Maybe I'll knock off one of the mobs to get rid of the zombie. I'll keep him over here, my trophy. Then I'm going to discard my discards up there. My axe, I'm going to check out this one. That's going to cost me 2 because I get 2 for my pick, and I get an iron. It's not guaranteed that you get a mob when one of those is there, but in this case, I did. So there's a spider. But I got 2 iron, which isn't that useful because I only need 1. What to do? I think I'm going to take out the skeleton because I don't want to end. And then that's all I've got left. So a new mob. I get a witch. Okay, get my food back. I might keep that one. I'm going to pay a food to refresh. Go for a bit of a wander. Refresh my environment. What do I need? I need some trees. Probably won't find trees in a swamp. I could there. That's useful, but I need a wood. Let's go into the spend 3. Oh, got a pumpkin. And that is something else that I don't need, which is not useful. Sword. I've got house. I do need house. Oh, actually, so I could use house and I think that's and. Yeah, it's an and to get a diamond a sword, which is useful for fighting mobs. I've got 3 left. You know what? I'm going to clear them all. I don't like any of these. So let's clear them all. So they get picked up and they go to the bottom. So they don't get discarded. And I can have 5 new ones. So I'm kind of wanting that. I want some trees. So I've got 1 left. So that was probably not so clever because I can't even do any of those. And I can't kill any mobs. So that is a shame. So that's the end of that. So we're going to get a new mob, and it's a zombie. That's all right. So we're back here again. Okay, this time I'll use 2, and I'm going to go here, and I get some wood, which is handy. Okay, so now I could fulfill this one. So I'm going to pay 1 to fulfill that. They go into the chest. You flip the chest over, and I get to kill a mob for free. So I'm going to kill the witch because, well, yeah, I'll get the witch because they're worth 3. Okay, so I've got 3 left. I don't need iron. I do need armor, so I might find armor there. Water. I'll go on then. I'll do my 3 and I'll have this one. Carrot. Okay. So I could spend that now. I need a dish though, or I could spend it for 3 food. Maybe I'll hold off and we'll do the mob. Oh, okay. So I got a zombie. So that's 2 zombies. So we get a new one and a skeleton. So that cost me 2 cards. I'm gonna spend 2 to take out a zombie, and I can then take those 2 and use them with, what do I need? I need wood. You know what? I'm gonna discard those to get rid of all of these. I don't think I want any of those. Let's see if I can get some more forest areas because that's not looking great. Have a look and see what's in there, or I could take on these guys. I'll try that. I'll 3. We'll see what we get here. We get a crossbow, which is great. Okay, which you can use to take out 2 mobs, but it's triggering a mob as well. So we're going to get a witch, which is a bit of a worry. I need a crossbow, but I am worried about mobs. So I think I'm going to spend it, discard that to take out the witch and the skeleton. And now I can use, why don't I use the skeletons and one of my food to explore here. And I get a sword. And I need a sword, so that's handy. And I'm done. So mob, creeper. You really do have to keep your mobs under control, otherwise you end up, maybe I'll have a look at there. Hope I don't go terribly wrong. Torch. And I definitely don't need those, so I'll leave those to the side. These, I don't need that one anymore. So those are things that are useful. And what do I do with the torch? Yeah, so the torch didn't have a mob symbol on it, so I don't have to, even though it threatened that it could have, but it didn't. So that was good. I got 3. I'm going to discard the witch to clear this off and get another 5. Go running to a new location. And hopefully, I'm not getting a lot of foresty areas, to be honest. I'd go to the village. I don't have any gems though. They always need gems. That would give me some armor. Where would I find gems? Maybe here. I don't have 4, I've got 3. But I could use a sword here. Why don't I do that? So I use a sword. Oh, yeah, I use a sword there. And I use 1. That will give me 3. And I get another house, which I don't need. And a banner. And I've got 2 left. Oh, let's try that one. Let's see what's here. Hope we don't get a mob. Oh, glowberries. Okay. So I only need 1 food. I could have closed that one actually. but I could discard this one for 3, but that's not going to help me because I've got none. Oh, I could get rid of a mob though, couldn't I? I could get rid of the creeper. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to eat my food, which gave me 3, and I'll use that to get rid of the creeper, just in case, because I haven't had many creepers pop, so there's probably going to be one now. So let's do that. Oh, Enderman. Okay. This is still unhelpful, so let's get rid of all of those. I do like to cycle my locations and have a bit of a run around. Particularly when you're looking for particular things like wood. I don't think I'm going to find wood in a witch's house. Probably not there. Let's have a look there. I've got 3. So I spend 3 food. What do we get here? Oh, berries. And a bowl. Might find a crossbow there. So why don't I burn... I've still got my sword. There's going to be 2. Actually, I'm going to use the sword on the spider. No, I'll use it here. On there. So then I'll use 1 and I'll get whatever's in here. Oh, pickaxe. That's handy. Oh, and there's a mob. Okay. So I've got 1 left. None of those look, I could use a food. That would give me 2. Why don't I burn that? Let's get something. There we go. That's going to get me some wood. Okay. I'm a bit worried about my mobs, but it is what it is. Spider. Creeper. Oh, that was lucky. So I'm going to have to deal with those this round. But let's see what we've got here first. Oh, it's an apple. Not the end of the world. So I'm going to spend an apple and a glowberry. Not glowberry. Prickly berry thingy. And that will get me a 3, which will get me a creeper. And then I can use a creeper, trade them in with a food to see what we get here. Hey, some wood. So what else do I need? I need a crossbow and a plate. I could do some mining. You know what? I'm going to trade in all of those. I really want some more, because I could get some wood. That would be super helpful. Okay, I've got 2 or 3, but I need the food. Got nowhere to mine. Oh, 7. That's a monster. I might as well just use the 2 and take out the skeleton. Okay, let's. Oops. Oh, Enderman. Spider. Oh, this is not looking good. I am about to be overrun. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these. I need to close some chests, because if you close chests, you can get stuff for free. Okay, let's spend 2 on these ones. Hey, some wood. Okay, then we spend 1 to stick the wood in the chest, and I guess I take out the skeleton, because not the most expensive, but we probably haven't got any more Endermen, but I need the food. Oh, I've got an iron, but I don't have an emerald. I use my pick, which gives me 4 into here. Oh, I get another one of those, and I get a mob. I've got 2 left. I can't use a pick there. I've got 2. I can't use that on any of those. Oh, that's terrible. Let's cycle those again. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to get that one. That one, I'm such a long way away. I can use a pick on this one though. So I'll discard my pick and we'll try this one. Oh, I've got another iron, which is rubbish. And I get another mob, which I think I'm going to get overrun. I've got a bit of everything. I've got one, which I can't spend on anything. So end of turn, spider, game over. So this is surprisingly difficult, you know, and it's random. I needed to close 4 chests. I got 3. Mobs kind of got away from me. I had a bit of wastage because I had things that I couldn't use, so that's bad planning. Maybe I should have just did a bit of recycling before. Anyway, this is surprisingly good. It really feels like you are wandering around a Minecraft world doing stuff. This was Minecraft Explorers. Don't forget to subscribe and like.